What? So first up on the list has to be the What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this episode, we're going over the 5 things I absolutely hate about my 2016 BMW S1000RR. You might notice I got 2 bikes behind me here, 2 S1000RRs. I thought it was only fitting to have another S1000 in the mix here. It might be mine, it might not be. More to come on that. This is gonna be a hard video to make because I freaking love my S1000RR. It's got 50,000 kilometers on it. It's been absolutely amazing. So it was really hard to pull 5 things I absolutely hate about it. But also stick around a little bit later in this video. I've got a good friend of mine rolling in here and he just picked up a brand spanking new 2024 BMW GS 1250R. I think I got that right. The absolute loaded up one, incredible bike. I've always wanted an adventure bike, and if I was to get an adventure bike, I would stick with the brand and get a BMW GS 1250R because they are literally leading the pack in adventure bikes. I think they're incredible bikes. So stick around a little bit later in the video. He's gonna roll in here probably any minute and we'll go over that bike a little bit more. Anyways, back to 5 things that I absolutely hate about my 2016 BMW S1000RR. So first up on the list has to be the riding position. After I bought my 2024 BMW M1000 single R, I knew what comfort was. And that bike is nowhere near as comfortable as a Goldwing or anything like that, but just being in that upright position makes a huge difference. Every time I jump back on this bike here and get in that, you know, hunched up position there, I'm so freaking uncomfortable. So that's number 1 on the list of things that I absolutely hate about this bike. It's not knocking BMW or anything like that because it's an amazing bike. It's designed to be that way. You're supposed to be in that position for track riding, all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, that's what this bike is for. It was not built for comfort. So next up on the list has to be the buzzy handlebars. I always blamed my Austin Racing exhaust for having these buzzy handlebars. I never really rode this bike with the stock exhaust. When I bought it in February in -40 weather. I never really got to test ride this thing until the spring. And before I rode the damn thing, I put the Austin Racing exhaust on there. So I always blame the Austin Racing for giving me buzzy handlebars. But after riding this bike over here, behind me here, and realizing it also has buzzy handlebars only with the slip-on exhaust, I'm not blaming Austin Racing anymore. I think the bike just has buzzy handlebars. With that being said, my BMW M1000 single R has even more buzzy handlebars than my S1000 here, which is surprising because the bike is fully stock, no exhaust, no nothing, sounds like a vacuum cleaner. So the next thing on the list has to be the rear passenger seat. When I bought this bike, it didn't come with a rear passenger seat because I bought the absolute base model S1000RR at the time, and I wanted to get a passenger seat, and it was a process to get a passenger seat because it has a key right on the seat there, and you want that key to match up with your stock BMW key. You could take it to BMW, get the matching key, all that kind of stuff, but you're paying $600, and it is a ton of money. Nobody wants to pay $600 for a passenger seat when on Amazon you can get one for $150. But when you buy that, it comes with a second key, so if you want to get into the back of your bike, you need that second key. So I was able to take it to my mechanic. I don't know locks, I don't know how they work, anything like that. He was able to match up the tumblers or something like that with my stock key and make it work, but it was a process and it was a pain in the buns to do. All right, next up on the list has to be the fuel controller that I chose for this bike. It's not a BMW problem whatsoever. It's a me problem. It's the fuel controller that I chose for this bike back when I bought it, and that's the Bazaz tuner. And I actually bought the auto tuner for it as well, and I regret doing it. Bazaz is out of business. You can't do anything. They still have their webpage up if you want to download maps, but it's not updated, anything like that. Nowadays, guys are just flashing their ECU, and that's what I wish I would have done. I had major problems with the Bazaz auto tuner. I didn't have a dyno to use at the time. I lived in a town that didn't have a dyno, so I never really got a proper tune for the first 4 or 5 years of owning the bike until I moved to British Columbia and got a proper tune on this thing and really saw what this bike could actually do. Not a knock towards BMW whatsoever. The parts store that I was dealing with at the time was sponsored by Bazaz and highly recommended it. After I got the bike tuned, all that kind of stuff, the bike worked fantastic. I had no issues whatsoever with it. If this thing fails, I'll probably rip the whole thing out, and it's a serious operation to plug this thing in. You've got to get the tank off, you got to hook into the injectors, like it's a lot of work to hook this thing up. Whereas if you just flash your ECU, it's done. It's in the ECU, nothing else to do. Last up on the list has to be the headlight. And I'm not talking about them being different shape or anything like that, because I absolutely like that. But a major problem, and the only problem I've had with my S1000RR, is the headlight bulb. It's always burning out. Every year I need to put about 2 bulbs into it. It burns out. The blue S1000 over here actually has a burnt out headlight too. I think it's a BMW problem. I don't know what it is. I think it's vibrating and it's shaking loose the little filament or whatever you want to call it in the bulb there and making it burn out, because every time I change that bulb, the little wire, whatever the hell it's called, sorry guys, I should know these things, but it's burnt out. So every year, once or twice, I need to spend 20 bucks, throw a new headlight bulb in there and replace it. Not a huge deal, because at the end of the day, this bike has 50,000 kilometers and that is the only problem I've had with it. So I really can't complain too much. I'll take that. I'll put a new bulb in there every 5,000 kilometers or whatever the hell it is. So those are my top 5 things that I absolutely hate about my 2016 BMW S1000RR. At the end of the day, I absolutely love this bike. I don't think I could ever sell it. I think I'm gonna ride it until she literally grenades, because at 50,000 kilometers, sounds like a lot for a sports bike, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's that much. I see guys riding them up to 100,000 kilometers all the time without any problems. I've done the valves at 30,000 kilometers, so I think I'm still good for quite a while here. I always keep up to date on the maintenance. I think the bike's just gonna go forever. I wanna die with this bike. It was the first brand new bike I ever bought, so it has a soft spot in my heart to kind of keep it. I don't think I could ever sell it. At the end of the day, it's an amazing bike, guys. If you guys are in the market for a Gen 2 BMW S1000RR, I call it a Gen 2 because I think Gen 1 was from 2010 to 2015, and then they kind of switched up a bunch of things. They improved a ton of things. They made massive improvements with the engine, all that kind of stuff. They worked out a lot of kinks. Gen 2 is what I'm calling it. Fight me down in the comments if you think it's Gen 3. I think it's a Gen 2. Anyways, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, drop a like down below, drop a comment, drop a subscribe, all that good YouTuber stuff to motivate the hell out of me to keep making these videos. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you let your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, your grandpa know that I just made a 5 things I absolutely hate about this bike. I will see you guys in the next one. I got a GS coming in. He's just right over there. I'm gonna close this video out, but if you guys like BMW GS 1250s, get ready for that, because that bike is a beast. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't go anywhere if you want to see the GS. Goodbye. Damn. Go around. You guys made it this far in the video. Here's your reward, 2024 BMW GS 1250R. Absolutely incredible bike. I haven't seen it yet. I'm super pumped to check this out. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit, that thing's a beast. Holy fuck. Damn, that thing is clean. Wow. Man, that is so much better looking in person. Holy shit. Dude. I didn't realize you had all the white on the front there. Yeah. I thought it was just all blue.
No. So like I was like looking at the I was looking at the rally and I was just like, I saw the blue in person.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that ain't it. It's just like too blue.
Dude, I did not realize this thing had white on it on the front, because you had a side shot on it.
Oh yeah.
Man, look at that. That ass there. Holy shit. That is wide. Wow. Dash. Jesus. Look at that. GPS up here. Holy smokes. I thought this bike was just pure blue, because he sent me a shot like this, and I'm like, yeah, that's super nice. But it's like my M1000 colors.
Oh yeah.
It's literally.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. I could have got gold rims, but they don't look that great on the trophies.
I guess we got the trophy here. I had no idea. Apparently we could have got gold rims.
No.
I mean, he cheaped out, but you know. Oh my. Damn, that's a good looking bike. I have so much envy right now. Man, oh man. I gotta sit on this thing. This thing is wild. I've never gotten on a bike like this before. Like, there's no way you're swinging.
No, I swing over.
Do you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just tuck your tuck your foot back and then go over.
Okay. I can see it swing over.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, this thing is huge. And it is so comfortable. I've been struggling with seat problems on my M1000 single R. It's got a pretty good seat on it, but it is like nothing like this. This thing just cradles the hell out of you. If I had 40,000 in my bank account right now, I don't think I'd get the the M1000 double R. It's a cool carbon fiber one. I think I'd get this. Holy shit. This is like, what? You guys want me to do a review on this? I know nothing about it, but I can show you how cool it is, show you all the little features on it. Let me know down in the comments. Holy shit. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.